It's your boy, We Bleed Green, back on the YouTube channel, man. Got a lot to address this time, man, this video, man. I got my live feed on my Eagles page popping so everybody can send me questions and everything. But the main thing I wanted to address with this video was this whole Chip Kelly is racist situation, man. I know McCoy said what he said, and Stephen A. Smith said what he said, and a lot of people are implying that this guy's racist and everything. Let me start off by saying this. In my heart, I don't believe Chip Kelly's a racist guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And the fact that he cut players and everything, I don't really think he's a racist. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do. It's the NFL, it's a business, and his vision and everything of how he wants his team to be. He has every right to that vision, and he has every right to get rid of players he wants to get rid of and do whatever he wants to do. That's the power that Lurie gave him. So, but I don't think his decisions imply on him being a racist. But I will say this, man. I know a lot of people say, how can he be racist when he coaches black players and everything? Listen, people need to understand something about the NFL. And I'm not trying to imply that he is a racist and none of that. I just said he wasn't. I'm just giving my explanation for people, my reason for people to stop saying he coaches black players, so he's not a racist. In the NFL, it's not like hockey, which is predominantly white sport. A lot of them players from Canada and everything and all over. Hockey is a predominantly white sport. It's not like golf, where you got the standout guy in golf is Tiger Woods. It's not like tennis, where the standout black guys and the black girls in tennis is Venus and Serena. Football is a predominantly black sport. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of players, and it's more diverse now. You got a lot of guys from Hawaii that's playing in the NFL. You got a lot of but mainly it's predominantly black. I think black players are the highest percentage in the NFL. So if you're going to be a coach in the NFL, you're going to have to coach black players. If you are a racist coach, having black players on your team does not exclude you from being racist. Again, I'm not saying Chip Kelly's racist. I just said he's not. I don't think he is. But the notion that people give that he coaches black players is not a reason. It's not a reason to justify whether he's racist or not. You know what I'm saying? You gotta coach black players in the NFL. It's just like coaching in the NBA. If a coach was racist, you can't have 53-man roster full of only white players. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near impossible now. It's the NFL. So, I just want people to stop using that excuse that he has black players. You know what I'm saying? And one guy said to me, he didn't say it actually to me. I think, I forgot the name of the Instagram page, but when we cut Evan Mathis, he posted, if Evan Mathis was black, everybody would be pissed right now. Chip Kelly would be called the racist. So I guess he felt some type of way that Mathis was cut and nobody was screaming, oh, well, Chip Kelly cut a white player, da-da-da-da. Let me explain something to you. It's a big difference between a 27-year-old player who was one season removed from the best year of his career in a contract situation than a 33-year-old that was in a contract dispute that got released. And a perfect example is Trent Cole. Trent Cole and Evan Mathis is around the same age, and Chip Kelly cut Trent Cole. It wasn't really a contract dispute. It was just more so Trent Cole didn't want to restructure his deal by taking a pay cut. So he cut Trent Cole. Evan Mathis is a veteran. He's an aging veteran. And even though he was ranked one of the best guards for the past 2 seasons, and he was a Pro Bowler, Chip Kelly did what he had to do. But this is the reason why people wasn't really in an uproar. And on my Eagles page, there was a lot of people that didn't like that move. And I can't even front. I don't like that move either, because when you deal with the offensive line, those are the 5 guys up front that initiate the offense. You know what I'm saying? If they're not playing right, the offense is in shambles. You know what I'm saying? So all of this in and out with this player, in and out with that player. I just want, not to say I don't have faith in Allen Barber, but Allen Barber next to Jason Peters isn't Evan Mathis next to Jason Peters. Evan Mathis was a proven left guard in this league when he came to us. Allen Barber has to earn that spot. So it might work out. It might work out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure I have the utmost faith in Allen Barber to man that position. So, but he has to earn that. You know what I'm saying? I think Allen Barber is 31. So, I mean, he's not much younger than Evan Mathis. But he has to earn that keep. You know what I'm saying? And now I think Matt Tobin is playing right guard. We got this guy, Sweeney, I think his name is, supposed to be coming in for a physical today. If he passes, we're going to sign him. Center/guard. Matt Tobin, we got Dennis Kelly playing a little bit of right guard in practice. You know what I'm saying? So the offensive line has to be solid. Like, you can't deal with moving players in and out. Like, I don't know a coach in the world that can handle an offensive line that's constantly, in and out with the backups and the role players because the key players is getting injured. And I know a lot of people think Chip Kelly is just this coach that can do anything with anybody any given time he wants. I'm 50-50 with Chip Kelly. Some things he does I don't agree with, but at the same time, I'm a fan that's behind him 100% as far as like where he's trying to take this team and where we're trying to go. Not that I'm going to agree with every decision he makes, but he has my faith. He has my support 100% with whatever he does, even if I disagree. So that's that. As far as let me see some questions. Wow, I put this on my page and I got 25 responses. Mufasa's dreadlock. I hear a lot of Dallas fans saying their O-line is better than ours, and that's the only reason DeMarco Murray was successful and he won't be at Philly. Where do you think our O-line stands at if you compare them to the Cowboys O-line? I personally think ours is better. Don't know if that's the Philly fan coming out of me or the amount of Pro Bowls we have on our line. Mufasa's dreadlock, I'm going to just keep it real with you, man. Dallas has a better O-line than us, man. And now the fact that we don't have Ty Harrimans or Evan Mathis, the five guys who had that great year when they all was healthy all season, I'm not going to front. I'm a diehard Eagles fan to the death of me, but I got to admit that Dallas does have a more solidified O-line than us. Even though we were ranked pretty high last year, we did have a good year, but with all the confusion and everything that's going on with our O-line right now, as far as who's going to play what position, what are we going to do, I got to admit to you, bro, Dallas has the better O-line. You know what I mean? We might have the better running back. Definitely got the better running backs, but Dallas has the better O-line. And I think last year was a pretty significant statement that those guys made, whether Murray was a product of the O-line or whether Murray did all he did on his own. But him being here, we got a three-man, monster back there, so he's not going to have the full workload he had last year. So, I mean, but I got to say that their O-line is better, man. Like, I'd be lying if I told you that they weren't. What else? Our quarterback situation. And _Tony_2. Who do you think will be the quarterback? E_Hollinger 32. Okay, our quarterback is going to be Bradford if he's healthy by default, for the simple fact he has a $13 million contract. But honestly, I made a bold prediction that Sanchez would be the starter, and it's still a big possibility. But I just think by default, Chip Kelly knows that he has to start Bradford if he's healthy. Like, there's no reason to sit a $13 million man on the bench. But why do I think? Well, that's why I think Bradford's going to be the starter. But anything can happen, man. I mean, I still stand by my prediction that Sanchez is going to be the starter. Whether Bradford's not ready yet or whether he just takes the job from him. But right now it's looking like by default Bradford's going to be the quarterback. But that's just where I stand. On that. KXing underscore M3RE underscore. My take on Malcolm Jenkins. Jenkins is the man. I like Malcolm Jenkins, man, but I feel like you gotta let Jenkins play free safety, man. Like, I mean, if Walter Thurman is gonna be our guy at strong safety, then you're gonna see a lot more Jenkins on the deep end this year. So I got plenty of faith in Malcolm Jenkins, and he'll be back at his natural position if this strong safety situation works out with Thurman. And I think we're gonna be a top notch secondary if we get everything together, man. Like I love Jenkins, man. I love Malcolm Jenkins, man. Love him. There's no reason not to, man. I mean, so as long as he's playing free safety, we good there. Barkley or Tebow? 3 Andrew Lewis 6. This is funny. Tebow. I don't even know why Tebow's on the team. To tell you the honest to God truth, I mean, I think Tebow, man, and this is one thing about Chip Kelly that puts me on a little 50-50 thing as far as like the disagreement. Why is Tebow here? Like, I mean, he hasn't been in the NFL in 2 years. And I read an article where they said Tebow is just a player that was signed because of Chip Kelly's ego. And a lot of times I think Chip Kelly's ego, man, plays a lot into his decisions. Because here you got a guy that's, I mean, I know they are talking this 2-point conversion thing now, but even then, man, like, why do you need Tebow here? I mean, I don't understand it. Like, I prefer Matt Barkley. Now, if we could trade Barkley for a pick, then I'm all for Tebow being the third stringer. But not while you got Barkley here. That's just an insult, man. Like, I mean, I know Barkley didn't really play good when he did get in the game for us and everything, but, I mean, Tebow, that's like the lowest. And I'm not even trying to really bash Tebow, but, like, his completion percentage is less than 50%. Like, why? Why would you do Matt Barkley like that? Apparently they had
your registry scan is completed. Click Fix Now to resolve these problems.
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know. I prefer Barkley to be the third stringer, not Tim Tebow. Okay, I got a lot of questions here. All right. Okay, Jake the Great 18, the starting quarterback. It's gonna be Bradford by default. I mean, now had Bradford been traded, a lot of people think he never was meant to be traded, but I think he was. Yeah, I'm screaming Mark Sanchez, but it's got to be Bradford if he's ready. Lombardi underscore. Who's gonna take that number 2 cornerback spot? I always say this in my other videos, man. Instead of keep constantly bringing guys in trying to fill holes, you need to build from within. Nolan Carroll got to be my number 2 guy, and I like that move for the simple fact that he's been here and he deserved a shot at the outside. I know a lot of people say Boykin deserves a shot at the outside too, which is true, but if the coach and his theory is tall guys, physical guys, and Boykin is not a tall physical guy, like, not to say that it would be a tragedy or catastrophe if he did put Boykin on the outside. I'm just saying, like, if the coach doesn't set it enough and did enough to prove it to you that he's not going to make that move, then I don't think it's going to happen. So Nolan Carroll, number 2 cornerback in my book, Nolan Carroll, and I like that move because I think Nolan Carroll could be nice. Let's see. My man Philly Fanatic 93, my man Ant, all the way out there in Vegas. He says, will Devontae Davis make the roster? Will Devontae Davis make the roster? That is a tough question because we have a lot of wide receivers. I'm really trying to think of this. Okay, who's our wide receivers? Let me line them all up and everything. We have Nelson Aguilar. We have Nelson Aguilar, Jordan Matthews, Josh Huff, Miles Austin, say Gerald Tutu. Oh man, you know what? He might make the roster. To tell you the truth, he might make the roster because whether it's a practice squad player or a special teamer, yes, I don't know. I think he got a good chance of making the roster. Thinking about the receiver depth that we have, yeah, got a pretty good shot. I thought it was deeper than that as far as receivers go, but yeah, he just might make the roster. Um, there was another question I seen on here. Where is it? Daniel. Who do I think is a key player? Okay, I'll name one on defense and I'll name one on offense. The key player on offense has to be Josh Huff. Has to be Josh Huff. Josh Huff is like the X Factor. He's always been my X Factor. Josh Huff is the guy, he might come from the backfield where the running back's at. He might, Josh Huff can play all over the place. And the reason why I say he's the key player is because he's part of Chip Kelly's complex offense that he ran in college. So if he can emulate that to the NFL playbook and everything, yeah, he'll be the key factor on offense this year. Mark my words. Key player on defense. It has to be Walter Thurman, man. If he's really gonna be the strong safety, like all the blogs is posting about and raving about, if he's really gonna be the strong safety, he's the key player on our defense because our weakest part of our defense was the secondary last year, and a lot of that had to do with Bradley Fletcher. I know a lot of people talk about him a lot. A lot of people talk about Kerry Williams. Both of those guys are gone. So now you got Maxwell under this big contract. It would be easy to say he's the key player on defense. But the reason why I say this is because if you put Thurman at strong safety, you got Jenkins back at his natural position. You got the number 2 cornerback, Nolan Carroll. You got Byron Maxwell. All you need is that strong safety spot in the secondary to be solidified for the whole season. I know Thurman has injury history, but if he's going to man that strong safety spot, he's going to be a key player in our offense. And that's just my take on that. I got a lot of pop-ups on my screen. Excuse me for this shit here. Okay, Ola_it's Al. Will we have a top 15 defense? Yes, we will. And the reason why I say that is because our front 7 is coming back, and our front 7 was great last year. But now we have, on paper, minus the proof, that we are going to have a better secondary. We're going to have a better secondary. So you add a better secondary, mixed with a front line that's already familiar with each other, and Benny Logan the front 3. Benny Logan, Cedric Thornton, Fletcher Cox. We do got new linebackers. I think Brandon Graham's going to be a star player. Connor Barwin's back. You do have the little mix-up with Kiko, D'Amico, and Michael Kendricks and everything, so you're going to be floating guys in and out of there. Vinny Curry, the sack master's coming back, so we will definitely have a top 15 defense. Based on everything I just said, yes, we will indeed have a top 15 defense. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Chris_Demet. The starting secondary. These are my 4 guys. Right cornerback, Byron Maxwell. Left cornerback, Nolan Carroll. Starting free safety, Malcolm Jenkins. Starting strong safety, Walter Thurman. Even though I thought it was going to be my man Earl Wolf, but the way they raving and ranting about Thurman and everything and Wolf's knee not fully healthy yet, those are my four guys. Maxwell, Jenkins, Thurman, Nolan Carroll. Heffy 14. Who's going to be the old offensive line replacements for Harriman and Mathis? He says it's going to be Barber and Gardner. My thoughts? Barber, yes. Andrew Gardner, I don't know if he just played because we didn't have a healthy Matt Tobin, or whether he just played because he was better than Tobin. But my take on that is we will definitely see Matt Tobin. I think Matt Tobin is going to be the starting right guard. I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts on that. I think Matt Tobin is going to be the starter. Okay, we've been on this blog about 22 minutes, so I think I covered everybody's question. I'll leave this here in case I get more. What else did I need to address? Evan Mathis, man. His situation just upsets me because I know when they gave out extensions to Peters and Jason Kelsey, he felt the need that he deserved one, which he has every right to, and I think he did deserve an extension. But when they offered him $1 million more a year, like, he turned it down. Then he wanted to get traded. Nobody traded for him, and then he comes in this year. Again, power moves. Now Chip Kelly's the man. They don't want to give you the $1 million that you should have accepted it last year. Like, this is football, man. You're not getting paid. Like, you're going out there, you're doing what you love. And not to say, players don't deserve every right to top out on the money situation. They every right to do what they want. But you're making millions, man, to play the game you love. It's not a 9 to 5 where you busting your ass and you working and working and working and you feel the need to get a raise. You deserve a raise and they don't give it to you, or they offer you an insult. It's different. This is football. This is a game that fans love to watch. Like, I got a 9 to 5 and I know plenty of people who hate their jobs. I never heard a football player say they hate their job or the money they make. So, I mean, I heard he did want to show up to OTA, to mandatory mini camp, and he was going to show up and everything. I don't think it should have been that way though. Like, OTAs is voluntary, and he is like a seasoned veteran. He might not have showed up to make a statement or whatever, but still, like, wait till the mandatory camp come and he don't show up, and then you make a move. So that was kind of odd to me that they cut him because he didn't show up. It's kind of like they're voluntary workouts, but they hold it. The media and everybody feeds into this frenzy of holding it against you if you don't show up. So what the hell is the point of making them voluntary? Like, you want to use that to make up stories. Oh, he don't want to, like, and it got Mathis cut, unfortunately. But I'm gonna miss Evan Mathis though, man. He was, the best left guard in the NFL, man. Like, you're not just gonna fill that position overnight. So it's gonna take. So I'm gonna miss Evan Mathis, man, and we're gonna see how that affects us in the long run. You know what I mean? So that's that. But okay, I'm gonna get off this blog, man, and I guess I'll do another one when people send me their other questions. I'll just make another blog. But this blog was just to address the Chip Kelly racist factor and everything, and answer a few of y'all questions y'all had. But anyways, I'll get back at y'all another time, man. I can't wait for the season. We got exactly 91 days till the season starts. So, y'all know what it is. Bird Gang. Love y'all. Follow me on Instagram at we_bleed_green. Follow me on Twitter, WeBleedGreen84. Subscribe to my blog. Let me know what y'all think, man. Love y'all. Peace.